Ray Allen moments ago was live at halftime here on CBS Sports Network inside Gamble Pavilion as he had his jersey retired, inducted into the Naismith Hall of Fame last year and now here today. A phenomenal day. Number 34 into the rafters here at Gamble. Ray Allen joins us courtside. Amazing. What's this day mean to you?
Well, it's incredible because no matter what team you play for in professional sports, the place you come from as a collegiate athlete is what is really in the fabric of your DNA. And to be able to be recognized by my university is, something that I've dreamed about for a long time, and it's finally today.
This is actually my first time here, and for this crowd to come out and see, I mean, the UConn fan base is obviously, I've known for the longest time, to be one of the best fan bases in all of college basketball. It had to be incredible to play for this group.
It was, and it's twofold because you get it from the women's side as well. So to come to a game here to watch a women's basketball game is just as energizing and enthusiastic, and I've always been proud of that just the same.
What's it like with your family? What's it like for them to be able to be part of this and to share this with you?
Well, I learned a long time ago that whenever you do anything in life, you have to take people with you, because it's enough to brag about your exploits or the great things that you receive in your life. But I love for other people to be able to talk about it. So when years pass, we're able to talk about it together, and they always make you remember things that you forgot. So you have to share your good times and your bad times with your family and with your friends. So for my young kids to be out on the floor, I always remind them, say, guys, this is a real goal for you to be here and play. If you don't play here, play somewhere on this level. And I try to keep encouraging them to do that.
So I got a non-UConn question for you. I mean, it didn't look like I played college basketball, so that means I had to be a really good shooter. But I got to ask you, in high school and college, did you study anybody, growing up to, really lock in?
Well, it was interesting because I was paying attention a lot to Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
And we were trying to find perfection, and we didn't know how to really work. And the one thing about Reggie that helped me was that he wasn't perfect in his form.
No, you guys had the complete opposite forms, actually.
Yeah, and so kids are striving for perfection in every aspect of sports. And what they forget is learning what you have and applying that and practicing perfection as opposed to just practice. If you practice perfection in whatever you have, then when you go into a field of play, you'll be able to retrieve that from your preparation, and that will ultimately will make you great.
It's actually interesting you say that, because player development nowadays, especially in high school level, you see a lot of guys working on just killer moves and cone drills and killer moves, and I don't see a lot of shooters coming into college basketball. What would you say to a high school recruit to say, look, we need to be better, and we need to shoot three better?
Well, it's interesting because this game I've been talking about nobody making a three. There's 2 threes, at halftime, and then now we're looking at it. And the one thing that I learned when I was here is to go north to south.
Yeah.
A lot of players, the minute you make a couple of dribble moves, you're going east to west. You're not really attacking the basket and putting pressure on the defense. And in preparation for your shot, your feet have to always be ready, so you only have to make one movement to get to your shot and have an opportunity to shoot the ball. And oftentimes you don't see that when you're watching college basketball, even the pros for that matter. So it is important for high school kids to focus more on shooting game shots, fourth quarter shots for that matter, when they're playing the game or when they're practicing. So when they get in the game, their body's not, in an unfamiliar place.
The speech was amazing. I could go a ton of different directions. One thing you mentioned is no matter how good you are, and clearly you had immense talent, like elite talent, but the hard work has to be that you got to put up shots constantly.
You do, and you have to obsess over it. You can't just do it to fulfill a number. Kids come up to me all the time and they say, you must shoot 500 shots a day. And I always tell them, if you shoot 500 shots a day, I'll show you 500 bad shots. I need you to take 50 game shots that you would take at the end of a game to help a team win. And if you take the right 50 shots, you'll be exhausted and you'll have the best workout of your life. but you got to be willing to put that work in. And a lot of kids, you know, the shot attempts is what they go for, and I think it's more about quality than your quantity.
And you had probably one of the greatest end game shots ever versus the Spurs as well. But it's going up to the adage of you fall in love with the process of being boring. And, you know, nobody wants to do that anymore, it seems like. And to your point, yeah, you can shoot tons of bad shots, but if you're not locked in and doing the simple things every day, it's not going to work.
Yeah, what I learned as a professional athlete was really how to work, how to do my job. And as much as you see a skill, the skill is at the ability to work hard and to shut out every distraction and go in and do your job. And it's not only in basketball, it's every walk of life. Like if you can, you know, diminish your distractions, your focus mechanisms increase tremendously. And so it allows you to, we always say clear the mechanism. I can go and shoot a free throw because I don't see this around me. It's so much distraction. So how do you superimpose what you're doing on the practice court into this game situation? You got to be able to go to that place, and I think when you can go to that place, and if you practice with serious intent and practice perfection, then you'll see a kid that comes out and he doesn't care about. You could make a shot and be disappointed that you didn't make it the way you wanted to make it. Your feet were underneath you. You just got lucky because you're a great shooter. And another point, shoot a shot. When you shoot a shot, I always look at my misses. So when the ball bounces off the rim, if it bounces wild and around, I was like completely off. As opposed to the ball hits the rim soft and then it bounces somewhere where I know my guys can get a rebound. I always gauge my misses as well as my makes.
Brent, you and I just went to shooting school right there. We just got our doctorate in shooting. I mean, when are you going to actually open up a school on how to shoot the basketball? Because I'll sign up for that as 33 years old.
Well, it certainly
you take grad students.
Yeah, I take everybody because I think information, everybody should push forward to everybody that is seeking it. And it's important that we teach it to the young people as much as we can, because you know, that's what you guys are doing, talking the game, and you guys are the voice to the people out there on the other side of TV. So I try to do it as much as I can, and obviously I actually coached this year. You know, my 14-year-old down in South Florida, I coached as much as I could, you know, just instilling the love of the game, basketball into them, teaching them. I want them to love it because they see the passion of the process, and they're like, wow, I never knew that. So information, we got to do more of talking with our kids and not at them.
Tell you what, this is an amazing day, and it was fun to be part of for everybody and for us as well. We're fans, we're broadcasting, all that, and you really made it a special day.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Ray.
Yeah, thank you.
Ray Allen, whose number was retired at halftime here at Gamble. 39-38, 8 minutes into the second half. One of the greats, obviously, of all time, and a nearly two-decade career in the NBA as well. First-team All-American, two-time All-Big East. Here at UConn in his 3 years, made an Elite Eight run in the mid-90s, and the NBA's all-time leader in made threes.